5, 4, 3, 2, are you ready?
And now, the MVP by the Samsung Galaxy A series is going to be Kyrie, man. What a solid performance yet again. 3-0 and 11, 69% kill participation, and GPM 693 kill GPM and 93 kill participation. Take a look at some of the highlights here by the Samsung Galaxy A series. All from the early game, you can see that the pressure is on from the side of Bigatron, but once Onyx Esports were able to execute their game plan, kite back, use crowd control, use poke damage, they just came out on top again and again, and Bigatron were just so confused when they lost control of the game. And with that burst damage coming in so far away, right? Metal mirror image and the damage coming from CW also coming in suddenly. This is that moment where he gets shut down. Very unfortunate, but of course, in the grand scheme of things, it's still such a solid performance from him as well. Once this fight here, because of the Lord being in the picture, it was just a very long drawn-out fight, and Bigatron were able to actually get the victory. But once they lost that one fight, Onyx Esports recover, readjust, and not a single time afterwards did they take that kind of long drawn-out fight. It's always back and forth, in and out, playing around the cooldowns of the spells coming in. And look at Boots just barely surviving there. So unfortunate for the side of Bigatron. And with a clean performance, it's just, a very dominant victory for the side of Onyx Esports.
It was.
With whether or not you have tempo in the early game, and of course in this game, the MVP by the Samsung Galaxy A series is going to be Marky on that very dominant side lane. It is the Irithel.
Wow. 318 KDA, a GPM of 819, and an 85% kill participation. That's quite high for
Very
a gold
active.
laner.
Very solid, and now we see some highlights by the Samsung Galaxy A series. Although in the early game, man, we see that Onyx were able to get some advantage when it comes to the skirmishes because they have crowd control to rely on. But when it comes down to Bigatron, starting to group up together, starting to make use of Marky, who is just winning the lane so hard, they can't pick him off. And even when they do, they have to use so much time and effort, and of course they get punished so severely afterwards. It's not worth it at all. So Marky just put them between a rock and a hard place. Very intelligent positioning and gameplay. Look at that. Whenever the Fatal Links comes through, the Purify just counters everyone, and eventually, with that DPS advantage, Bigatron Alpha is just able to pick off the members of Onyx Esports one by one, and with the Lord, they just go for the decisive end, man. So Rizzo, we talked about how he got picked off earlier, but you see, when he has advantage, a very solid item that most magic damage dealers won't want to miss out of. The MVP though, by the Samsung Galaxy A series, need we say more? It's gonna be key on that Atlas. You gotta respect it, man. Ban it out or get some purifies, because this man will find that moment.
You might as well call him the key to victory.
Okay, we've heard that again and again. It's very true for today though, as we take a look at the MVP highlights for game number 3. It was very close, man. Early on, we see that Onyx Esports, they were able to get the game plan, the advantage to pick up potential, but once it comes to that mid-game, late-game situation, they were just unable to find the right targets at the right time. Boost tries his best using the Phobius with the Demonic Force again and again, but for the most part, look at that damage coming in. I wonder if CW could have itemized for a bit more magic defense, considering that the A1 output so much. It's so sporadic, and you have high moments like that where you really swing in any direction. Unfortunately for Onyx Esports, today it swings in favor of Bigatron, and that is that insane Fatal Links, the fake out with the perfect match, and then the flicker to get, I think, for the most part, reportedly CW in that Fatal Links, and after that, the rest is history, man. Drian and Kyrie, they mounted a very respectable attempt to try and defend against the rest of the members of Bigatron, but they keep their eyes on the prize, and Bigatron, they get that victory. Who would have thought, man? It's only match number 1.
Yeah, all